Feliz viernes, clase. All right, your warm up. Escribe 5 preguntas en español. Preguntas. Un con saber, un con conocer, y 3 en el pretérito. All right, here I'll have your link for today. Hoy vamos a revisar saber o conocer. Los dos significan qué en inglés. To know. ¿Sí? Pero los usan en situaciones diferentes. Okay? ¿Cuáles son las diferencias? Okay, when do you use which? Saber is used for facts or information, so you got to know what your sentence means to know whether to use saber or conocer. If the sentence is talking about knowing facts and info, that's going to be saber. How to, that's facts and info. That's where you've got an infinitive behind the blank, and that's going to translate to how to, whether you have como there or not, and that is saber. Okay, if it's used with an interrogative after that blank, then it's going to be saber, because who, what, when, where, how is in fact or information about something. Conocer is to know or be acquainted with a place, nothing about it, just the place itself. And the same thing with a person. If someone knows that person, that is conocer. If they know something about that person, that is fact or info. Okay, if they know a person, you must use the personal I. All right, las conjugaciones. Remember, we are conjugating these verbs in present tense because saber is super weird, and we won't get to that till later. So in present tense, that's all we're doing with saber and conocer. Conjugation-wise, yo sé, tú sabes, él, ella, usted sabe, nosotros sabemos, vosotros sabéis, ellos, ellas, ustedes saben. Okay, irregular in yo. Everywhere else is regular. Memorize the yo, and the rest is just like what we did in Spanish 1, so that one should be easy peasy. All right, conocer. Yo conozco, tú conoces, él, ella, usted conoce, nosotros conocemos, vosotros conocéis, ellos, ellas, ustedes conocen. Again, irregular in yo. Memorize the yo form. Everything else is regular, just like we did in Spanish 1. Another easy one. The hardest part is knowing which one to use where. Conocer, people and places. Nothing about them, just specifically people or places. Everything else is saber. All right? So, Ángela blank que Marta es cliente de Dior. Ángela sabe. See this little K here? She knows that Marta is a customer of Dior. That's factor info. Anything followed by that is going to be factor info, just like interrogatives. Yo blank los vendedores. That would be yo conozco a. Los vendedores in your vocab, salespeople. They're people. It's got to be nothing about the people. So just people is conocer. The yo form is conozco. Add the personal a because they're people. Inés regatear. Inés sabe regatear. Here you've got an infinitive after the blank. That is a clue. That is factor info because that is how to. Inés knows how to bargain. Mis primos no blank Fernbank. Well, you got to know that Fernbank is a place, so that is conocen. That is in Marietta. Hope we know that. Mis primos no conocen Fernbank. They don't know or are not familiar with Fernbank, the museum. So it is a place, nothing about it, just a place. It is conocer. Tu blank, ¿quién es la profesora de francés? There should be an S there. I will fix that after I get done with the recording. All right. Tu blank, ¿quién? Looky here. ¿Quién? Here you've got a clue. That is an interrogative. Therefore, it's got to be factor info following. Sabes. Do you know who the French teacher is? Ellos blank Ecuador bien. They know what? Well, Ecuador. Nothing about it, just the place. Therefore, that is conocer. Ellos conocen Ecuador bien. All right, so you're going to practice this. Saber o conocer is the name of the activity on your VHL account. Submit that. Here's some more practice for you when you get a chance. It's a Quizlet link. I've shared it. I think I've shared it with you before, but here it is again. It's for more practice. All right, going to continue with our review today. Del pretérito. Preterite is a huge part of this unit. So we're constantly working on it, constantly working to memorize our preterite endings with these are regular verbs. So if I take the verb hablar, I want to say I talked or I spoke, it would be hablé. See, I took the AR off, I put the yo ending, hablé. Tú hablaste, ella usted habló, nosotros hablamos, vosotros hablasteis, ellos ustedes hablaron. Okay, those are all your AR endings. Vender, it's an ER verb, so you've got to use ER endings for the preterite. So I sold, yo vendí, con acento. Tú vendiste, ella usted vendió. Nosotros vendimos, vosotros vendisteis, ellos ustedes vendieron. And then vivir is an IR verb, the other type of verb we have. But remember, ERs and IRs in preterite have the exact same endings. Okay? So I lived, yo viví. Tú viviste, ella usted vivió. Nosotros vivimos, vosotros vivisteis, ellos ustedes vivieron. Sorry, vivieron. Excuse me. Those are your regular endings just put together with some verbs. Hopefully we know those by now. I gave you some irregulars, and we're still working on those, I know, but keep working on them because we've got to memorize what goes where and when. There's more to this tense, but right now this is where we are. All right, creer, believe or think. So I thought or I believed, creí, it's regular. Ella usted, I'm sorry, tú creíste, regular. Now, ella usted, it's going to change because if you get rid of that ER and you put an I-O there, you've got a triple vowel. Can't happen in Spanish. What do you do with it? I changes to a Y, creyó. And it's regular everywhere else except for where there would be a triple vowel, which is only going to happen in the bottom two. So, creímos, creísteis, and there it is again, creyeron. All right, jugar. Jugar is irregular in yo because it's a GAR, it's a GAR, cargarzaro, only in yo. Changes spelling so that we keep the sound pure like it is in the infinitive. We want the G sound, not the H, which in E would change the G sound too. So yo jugué, tú jugaste, ella usted jugó, nosotros jugamos, vosotros jugasteis, ellos y ustedes jugaron. Notice, there's no stem change. The ARs are not going to stem change in preterite. So yay, another lovely thing about preterite. Okay, there are some stem changers, but we're not getting to those yet. And none of the AR verbs will ever stem change in preterite. So yay. All right, more irregulars. We did ser and ir. Remember, they do the exact same thing. They're fun to say. Yo fui, tú fuiste, ella usted fue, nosotros fuimos, vosotros fuisteis, ellos ustedes fueron. Muy bien. All right, and then I said it's weird. Memorize it. Yo hice, tú hiciste, and then here, and ella usted hizo with a Z, so that we keep this sound because a hard vowel will make a hard C, a K, and we don't want that because of hacer. We want to keep this sound. So hice, hiciste, hizo, nosotros hicimos, vosotros hicisteis, ellos ustedes hicieron. Okay. Then I've got a blank Jenga for you. Normally we would be doing this plain Jenga. If you play it correctly, you are building the tower, taking out a block, you've got the number, whatever that number is, that's the verb you conjugate. We are practicing our regular and irregular conjugations in the preterite. So you're not making sentences for me. You're just conjugating the verbs that I've given you. Complete it in your Office 365. Share it with me when you are complete, when it is done. And here's a Quizlet practice on preterite conjugations for you to do. Keep up with these links that I'm giving you. Be able to find a way to go back to them, favorite them, whatever, because we need lots of practice with the preterite. Hope you guys had a great week and have an even better weekend. I will see you hopefully soon.